everybody, Lawman Mike with Lawman Guitars. That's www.lawmanguitars.com. Okay, I'm trying not to gush over this guitar, okay? This is a really, really cool resonator guitar. As you could tell, I'm playing it standard style because it has a round neck. Although if I was a slide player, this thing would sound fantastic. I'm just too embarrassed by my slide technique to even try. So hopefully you got enough of how booming this sound is for this guitar. Now this is a 1934 Dobro made Norwood Chimes guitar. Now, how many of you have ever heard of Norwood Chimes? Don't feel bad, I had never heard of it either, but it was only made for a few years, and 1934 was about the first year for it. Now, it took a ton of research to figure out just exactly when this guitar was made and what it was. There's several clues to help us identify it. On the resonator plate, there's a patent date which takes us all the way back to 1933, so I'm giving it a 1934 date. Also, the mother of toilet seat headstock here was also indicating that it's a Norwood Chimes. So it's got original tuners. Looks like the nut is even original. We didn't even have to take this one apart. The spider cage inside sounds fantastic. The cover plate is in beautiful shape. It's got the original tailpiece. It's got the original screens. Those are always all beat up. And as you can see, this guitar is just absolutely beautiful. It's a sunburst finish. It's got a ton of finish crazing. And let me just take a minute to talk about finish crazing. Now, when you look at these old guitars, one of the first things you want to look for in them is these little spider web, little whitish looking, what looks like cracks. Now, these are cracks in the finish, only in the finish. They don't have anything to do with the guitar. That's why they're called finish crazing. Now, what they do is they sprayed these guitars years and years ago with such a fine coat of lacquer that with the temperature changes, with the humidity, with the guitar coming in and out of the cold and the heat, they'll develop these little cracks. That's what finish crazing is. So the neck angle is great on this guitar. We didn't have to take it off, but I will tell you that when you get above the 12th fret, if you're going to be actually fingering this guitar, you're going to start losing it right there. So you got fingering standard all the way up to the 12th fret. If you want to finger above that, you're going to have to do something with the neck, but I would never touch this guitar. Most people are going to play it with a slide anyway. The guitar is in fabulous shape. I think I mentioned the tuners on it. Those are old Clusons. I had to replace one tuner button, but what we do at Lawman Guitars is we use old buttons to replace missing buttons, so they look like they belong on there. So we got this absolutely beautiful guitar. It's booming. It just blares. So many of these resonator guitars are a little dead. This one is as alive as they get. So I hope you're able to tell that from my picking. So anyway, we've got this really awesome guitar, but you're never going to believe it. I actually was able to get the original case with it too, which is just how do I find these guitars with cases? I have no idea. This was the case. This is definitely a 1930s case. It's got this sort of pebble design, black Tolex on it. They had leather handles. Most of the leather handle is with this one. And believe it or not, all the latches are here, and all of them work. And all the hinges are here, and all of them work. So the case is in absolutely great shape for its age. Again, it's from 1934, so I should look as good from 1934. It's got the purple interior, which is indicative of the Dobro cases. It's got even the little accessory box is working. I was just so thrilled, number one, to get the guitar, number two, to get this case that goes with it. So you get this unbelievably great resonator guitar. By the way, it has a 1 3/4 inch nut on it. I know some of you finger pickers like them a little wider. This one's only 1 3/4 inches, so I want to point that out. But it sounds great. It plays great. You get the original case. Someone's going to love this guitar, and I can't wait to hear some real slide played on it. So anyway, check it out with all our other guitars. We've got a ton of guitars for you right now at www.lawmanguitars.com. Come see us. We got great guitars, and hope you'll give us a call. Thanks.